What's going on? What's going on? Folding clothes at the laundromat. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about in this video is that everybody's complaining about dating, right? Like, what dates you should be going on, how they should go on dates, what places are suitable for you to go on a date to. It's a lot that goes into dating. And there's so many ways to tackle this conversation, to discuss this conversation. And trust and believe, I do get where people are coming from to a certain degree, right? Keywords, certain degree, okay? I get it, right? But I also feel like there's a conversation that's being missed here, is the fact that we're living in a recession on top of a recession on top of a recession. When you add in inflation, cost of living, and the fact that people's wages and salaries are not keeping up with the actual cost of living, it's kind of ridiculous to sit up and assume that you're gonna, go on these elaborate dates in the first place, in my humble opinion. It's like, number one, are y'all even checking to see what tax bracket you and the other person that you're trying to date is in? Because when I listen to some of the rhetoric that I see on, Twitter, X, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and talking to other people that I know, it's kind of weird to me, because it's like a lot of the people that I know are working class. A lot of people are literally living check to check, working poor, working class, lower income. With that being said, how are people who are barely making ends meet, how are they going to be affording all of these high class dates that y'all are talking about going? I mean, y'all pretty much have said we can't go to Applebee's, we can't go to Dairy Queen, we can't go to get a cup of coffee, we can't go to the park, we can't go to the movies. These are all dates in my mind, but again, we're being told that we have to go to some fancy steakhouse where the appetizer is $50-$60 or more. We haven't even gotten to the actual meal, let alone dessert and drinks, and then if that location isn't near you and you have to travel, you're looking at gas. We haven't even got into all of that. And you're asking people who are barely making $20 an hour, if that, to go on these types of dates. And it's like, unless you're also upper class, upper middle class, you're making six figures or more a year, and the other person you're talking to is also making six figures or more a year, a lot of these date ideas that y'all have set up are not realistic. It is what it is. Y'all literally living in places like Flint, talking about, if I don't go to Roof Chris, if I don't go to Dubai. Who in Flint? I mean, okay, I'm not going to say that there's nobody in Flint that couldn't afford to send somebody to Dubai, but arguably your average Flintstone does not have the income to pay for a trip to Dubai. Okay? Because if that's the case, why wouldn't you move to a better I'm just going to keep it real. If that's the case, why wouldn't you move to a better city and location if you can afford a trip to Dubai? Just saying. So, some of the stuff that I've been seeing, y'all, it's just crazy to me. It's crazy. Because I'm just like, clearly, social media has gotten to a lot of people's heads. It don't even make sense at this point. Like, it don't make sense. It's getting to the point where it's laughable. You know what I'm saying? It is downright laughable, because it's like, what are you people talking about? What are you even doing? Like, this is just, I can't. Now, on the other side of this, there's nothing wrong with people having their preferences on where they want to go dating, what type of dates they want to go on, where they want to go, and where they don't want to go. And, you know, they have every right to feel that and to voice that. To the people that are taking folks out on dates, if you see that this person is pretty clearly out of your league financially, then don't even bother wasting your time, because they're not going to want to be with you anyways. I mean, they're already telling you, hey, I'm not going to Applebee's, I'm not going to Olive Garden, I'm not going to the Cheesecake Factory. The minute you start hearing stuff like that, and you know you don't have that money, that type of income to take them somewhere else that they would like to go, then face reality. That's not the person for you. Okay? I'm just keeping it real. Because I have long learned, you do not want to be sitting up here barking up a tree that don't want you, quite frankly, and also that you can't afford. Like, don't even put yourself in that situation. You know, exit stage left while you can. Like, let's avoid that at all costs, quite frankly. But it's just wild to me constantly seeing this topic reappear on the internet and in conversations that I'm having with people. Another thing is, what you see on social media is not 100% accurate or true. Like, you have people who get on social media to cap and lie, and they do it all the time. So y'all be seeing people taking pictures, and those are stock photos, or those are pictures from years ago when they went on the trip. It's not even current. This isn't like actual, you know, relevant at all, you know. And or you're just looking at somebody's status or tweet, and you're going based off of what they said, and you don't really know if any of what they're talking about is true. Next up is the fact that what works for one person isn't going to necessarily work for you, and vice versa. And then I'm also going to add in the fact that the people who be having these demands, some of them themselves cannot afford to take themselves to those locations, but yet they expect somebody else to pay to take them to those locations. My whole situation with that is, how are you going to have standards that you yourself can't meet? Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you're going to have these standards, then don't you think you yourself should be able to meet the standards that you're requiring other people to have and to meet? Like, let's not be hypocritical here. Like, that's across the board. Like, y'all be, some of the stuff people be saying, I just be like, are we serious right now? Like, is this real life right now? Like, is this really how we doing stuff? But anyways, I just had to put my 2 cents on it, because I have not made a video in a minute. I have been super busy. I am getting back on the video tip, so stay tuned.